I don't know about the rest of you, but I enjoy my life. I expect to get where I'm going every time I go somewhere in my car without any interference from distracted drivers, texting drivers, drunk drivers, under the influence drivers, and people who have no regard for their life, for your life, or for my life. Texting and driving is becoming all too familiar with fatalities and crashes over the past years. In a survey conducted by AT&T called the Teen Driving Survey, 97% of teens admitted that they knew texting and driving was dangerous, but 34% said they did it anyway. So that's almost half of the people that just really have no regard for their life or your own. So how many people here today think that they will make it home without passing a distracted driver? Today we will look at the dangers of distracted driving, some interventions that you can do to solve the problem, and some steps that you can take to make a change. In an article published by www.textinganddrivingsafety.com, 1.6 billion car crashes are related to distracted driving. That's 1.6 billion crashes, 6,000 lives, and 11 teen lives every day that are lost to distracted driving and texting and driving. 82% of teens say that they have cell phones. 34% of teens say that they do text and drive. So that is something that has to be dealt with. In another article at www.dosomething.org, it states that if you text and drive, you are 23 more times likely to cause an accident. So we've actually identified the danger. So now we will identify some interventions, small interventions that we can do to make a change. So to make a change, you have to reduce the stats. You have to educate. You have to make the road safer for you, for your loved ones. There are many things that you can do, but some simple steps that you can do are YouTube, www.youtube.com. There are videos called red asphalt videos, and they show you what can happen with distracted driving, and I guarantee you after you watch one, you will not be texting and driving anymore. There are apps on your smartphones. On iPhone, it's called the Safe Texting app, and on the Google phones, Android phones, it is called the Safe Texting app. So that's another thing that you can do. Pledge, there's a pledge to not text and drive that you can sign. So these are just some small things that you can do. So we've identified the problem. We have noted some interventions, and now we're going to see what we're going to do to get these changes started. So with changes, you have to look at, you're going to be increasing safety, you're increasing awareness, you're taking a stand for your own safety. You can go from 1.6 billion crashes to maybe 0 with just these small changes. But for a change, you have to start somewhere. So where are you going to start? You have these small things that you can do, and we have identified the danger, and we have identified the steps. And so now, we're going to make that change. And this is a problem that applies to everyone. It applies to everyone that has a driver's license. It applies to every child that you're taking to a ball game, because you may be a safe driver, but the person next to you may not be a safe driver. It's like we said before, they have no regard for your life because they're too busy texting. So you have to take a stand, and so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do to make this stand and make the roads a safer place for you and your loved ones. I want you to call a family meeting. You can have your friends, your loved ones, and you get together and you have a meeting, and you're going to go to www.youtube.com, and you're going to pull up the red asphalt videos. You just put it in the search, and I want you to watch at least 2. And I guarantee you that after watching them, you'll be a much more safety conscious driver, and you won't be wanting to text or be distracted while you're driving. The next thing I want you to do is to, on your smartphone, go to either the Google Store or your iPhone iTunes and download the Safe Texting app. And what this app does is it will send a text to whoever's texting you that you're driving, and it won't let it come through. So instead of you being tempted to just look at your phone, or just say yes or no, it will just get rid of it for you. So that's a very good thing. Another thing that you can do is sign the Do Not Text and Drive pledge, and you can get that at www.distraction.gov, or you can get it from your app that you download, and it lets you sign, and you're giving your word and your vow that you will not text and drive, you will not be a distracted driver, and that will hold you to your moral obligations. So those are just some things that you can do, to make the change. So you're the one that has to start somewhere. So I have taken the steps to make sure that I get home safely, and so I'm sure that all of you will follow and make sure that you get home safely and your loved ones get home safely.